Hey y'all, we are live, as my boy Clay Kane would say, LIVE live with the Riches, which is a series on Prime Video. Everybody got their 2-day shipping Prime, unless you one of those wokest, anti-capitalists, anti-Amazonists. We all got Prime. I don't know how many y'all gonna tune in today because, first of all, I was a little delinquent in advertising, and I don't know how many people watch this show, but I did see quite a few comments when I posted on Instagram and I posted on Twitter that people have been watching it and they like it. So we're gonna have a recap of the entire season, all 6 episodes, today, tonight. So feel free to chime in if you're new here, because normally we do Queen Sugar recaps, we did Insecure recaps, we did Greenleaf, and so we had a whole crew, and it was particularly a Tuesday night crew. So that's why we decided to keep it on a Tuesday. But first, let me welcome Ashley. Hey, Ashley.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. It's Christmas week. That's why y'all festive. I don't have no kind of nary or nothing headband, nothing. So I guess I gotta go to Family Dollar or Dollar Tree and find something.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, they out.
I know they are out. I went to Dollar Tree the other day. It's $1.25 tree, I guess, now. And I was like, oh, they got some cute stuff up in here. But anyways, hi, Season.
Hi, Reese.
Season has the best Christmas trees probably in the entire country. And I keep telling her, like, she needs to be charging people to decorate them because she can make a lot of money, especially in Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, okay, we're gonna go on ahead and get the recap review started. It might just be us talking to ourselves, shit. But if that's the case, that's fine. So first things first, let me just level set. So what Riches on Prime is about. It is about a family that experiences a major shakeup, and we'll get to that in a second, what that shakeup is, that results in the estranged daughter who lives in the United States taking over this beauty empire that is based in London. And of course, this ruffles the feathers because there was like, these shows that kind of have the son who was expecting to be the heir apparent, and then other family members. And then, of course, there's the bitchy stepmom, wife, whatever you want to call it. So this series is more so about a struggle to kind of, control the company, as well as a little bit of mystery in there. So we'll get through that. We'll unravel all of that. But I always like to start off with just getting an idea of overall, how did you all like the show? So I'm going to start with you, Ashley. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, I feel like we all agree P Valley like is we all love P Valley. So
yeah,
that's with 10 being P Valley.
Okay.
1, I don't know what a 1 would be.
But 1 being
okay, let's 5. What would be 5? What's like a mid show that we can all agree is just like a mid show? Like
Insecure.
No, Insecure is not a 5.
Mid as fuck. Okay, Insecure is like a 4, nigga.
No. We can't. No, this has to be something we can universally agree.
Sweet Life, the reality show. Y'all watch that? That shit was trash.
I did not watch that.
That's a 2.5 at best.
Yeah, that was a bad show.
That was terrible.
So I would give Riches, honestly, probably a 7.5.
Okay.
It's 7.5.
Okay, so where did you dock a point from? Like, what's the main thing that you was like, I'm a dock a point for that?
Wigs. That was a point off for me. Them wigs were trash.
Yeah.
They were bad. They were really bad. They
weren't, but there was only one person wearing wigs, the mama, the stepmom.
The daughter,
Nina had wigs too.
Nina's wigs were good. Nina had nice wigs.
Bad. I mean, she's gorgeous. I've never seen her before.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, she's been in. She was in the Lena Waithe did a series. I think it was Lena Waithe. Them. It was on Amazon as well, and she was in some other stuff. But yeah, the wigs weren't. I mean, only Nina. Like, I don't know if Nina was like BYO hairstylist. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Erica. Okay, the reframe brain. That's Erica. Okay, I'm glad she's on the recap. She says she's ready for season 2. So okay, is that it, or is there anything else that you docked the point from your? Because you got down to 7.5.
The dialogue wasn't as smooth as I needed it to be. You know, it was so many things that they quick explained or didn't explain and just popped up. The dialogue wasn't there. And then there were so many short scenes that didn't push it forward.
Right.
So it's like you could have extended these other scenes and cut out this little 10, 15 second, scene of them standing at the top of the stairs. I didn't need that, So yeah,
I agree with you. Because they packed a lot in the last 2 episodes, and I was like, "Why I gotta explore some of this shit in the early episodes? Like, why do you breeze through like a whole bunch of stuff in the last episodes?" And so I agree with you on that. The pacing was a little off to me, considering like where they ended up. I was like, they could have gotten into that a lot more. Season, I'm afraid to ask. What is your rating? And Erica, we're rating it on a scale of 1 to 10. For us, our 10 is P-Value. That's where all 3 of us, where we rarely ever all have the same opinion, agree on. Season, your rating for Riches on Prime.
Okay. I would give it like a 6.5 to 7. I'm not too far off of Ashley. I think it all tied in at the end, but it was a very, very slow burn for me. And when something is a slow burn, you have to focus on the characters. There was 0 character development. Half of the characters were annoying as fuck. And then the dialogue was
It was a little pedestrian at times.
It was very pedestrian, and I was just like, okay, so I'm not learning more about this character. No one is really like going hard in the paint and really being believable in this character.
Right.
So it was just, I don't know, like I don't think I'm some super sophisticated person when it comes to watching TV, and but I was just like, okay, girl, let's wrap this one up. Like I was just like, the character gonna die, someone gonna go to jail, like what the fuck is going on? And it was just the dialogue, it was the lack of character development for me that cut it down a few points. But I did skip episode 5.
Episode 5 was good though.
Episode 5 was good. I
believe you guys, but I just didn't have it in me. So I didn't feel like I missed anything when I watched episode 6. So I thought it was straight. I mean, it was straight. It was straight.
Yeah. Erica says, I'm hoping we'll be indulged season 2. I mean, I think that there's a lot more they can do with it. I'm gonna give it an 8. I can't quite give it an 8.5. One of the main reasons why I docked it a little is because for me, it didn't feel super fresh for me, because I've watched Kings of Napa, which started essentially the exact same way, which is the patriarch dies and then the daughter takes over when the son expected to be taken over. So a lot of what was in this was kind of what I got out of Kings of Napa. And then I don't know if you guys,
come on, what network was that?
That was on
Fox,
OWN,
right?
No, that was on OWN. And another thing too that didn't feel fresh about it for me was, I don't know if you guys saw this show on Netflix. I think it was a South African series called Savage Beauty. Have you guys heard of that? Well, I watched that, and it kind of gave me a mix of Savage Beauty and a mix of Kings of Napa. Now, I would recommend Savage Beauty. And so for me, it just didn't feel super fresh, because I've seen an international show with the whole beauty thing, and then Kings of Napa gave us the American, and the dad dies. And another thing we know a black show is gonna do, they don't do nothing else. They're gonna kill off the father. Okay, like
because they be needing to go.
At least with Greenleaf, they waited till the end.
I know. Now, see, they didn't have to kill Bishop off.
They did not have to kill the bishop. That
I
was
think Bishop
so
had to go,
uncalled
though.
for.
Bishop had to go, y'all.
No, he did.
Go?
Why did Bishop have to go?
Bishop had to go because then how was May gonna take over if Bishop was still there? Bishop had to go. She would have never got full control of her church back if Bishop was still alive.
She got control of the church?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Bishop had to go, y'all.
I don't know about that, but okay. I don't think so. But we don't get off track. We don't get off track. But okay. So just for me, it just didn't feel super fresh. And so I know for a lot of people, if they hadn't watched Savage Beauty, if they hadn't watched Kings of Napa, this was a little bit more fresh for them. But just for me, it just didn't feel like that fresh. Yeah. But I thought that one of the things that bumped it up for me, I thought that Nina, who was the star of the show, was very likable, very beautiful, very stylish. Mm-hmm. Like she had a really good heart, aside from, of course, blowing off her dad on the day that he died. But I feel like she really had the purest of intentions. And so I like that about it. And the brother, Sai, oh my gosh, he gave me life. Like I loved. They had a solid, non-competitive, super supportive relationship. So they made the show for me. And so that's what knocked it up a little bit more. And ultimately where it ended up at, I was like, okay, this was entertaining. Like it was a little bit more meat to it. But I felt like the character development, it was lacking. And
it was smart for Prime to do it, put the whole series out all at once.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't go back every week for it. The fact that I was able to go through it and watch it all, I didn't have to wait. That increased it for me too. Because if I had to go back every week, I would have
been like, you lost me. And it was 45 minutes, which I thought was a good amount of time per episode. So I mean, honestly, we had all agreed we were going to do the recap. And so that was the only reason why I kept watching it, because it took me 4 episodes to be like, okay, this is good. I'm into it. I'm gonna keep going.
I would have stopped after 1.
I would have stopped after. Okay, let me the 3rd episode. I think I got into it on 3rd episode, but I probably wouldn't have got to the 3rd episode because I was like, this is just not really giving a whole lot for me. But anyways, okay, so and Erica says she agreed with the being released all at one point. But that's Amazon has done some shows where they do week by week. For Harlem on Prime, they released it all. Harlem was like a 9.5.
Harlem, that's the one with Megan Good, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That was like a stop, because Harlem was really funny too. Harlem was really funny, and I liked it. And Harlem felt fresh, even though they just had the Black Girls in Harlem show with Run the World on Stars. It still felt fresh. But anyway, okay. So let's get into it. So, okay. The show opens up with the, Titan, the father. He is giving an interview, and of course, he's talking about how racist the industry is and how he's the shit because he persevered anyway. And then he gives a call to his daughter. Or we figure out it's his daughter. She blows him off. She wants nothing to do with him. He dies the same night. Okay.
No, how fucking random is that?
I know. I was like, damn. There were some inconsistencies about his death, right? Because we later find out that he had cancer. He had an aggressive form of cancer. They try to make it seem like for a while in there that he was going to get some top secret cancer treatment. Turns out he got an opinion and he never went back for the cancer shit. Okay. So the whole theory
they
about
could have left that whole shit out.
Yeah. The cancer part made no sense. I mean, okay. I don't know.
Because it clearly looks like he died from a heart attack. Now, as a nurse, I was like, damn, this nigga heart just stopped beating. But then they were like, oh, he died of cancer.
Okay. But then at the very end, if we skip the whole series, I don't know if y'all peeped the scene when the mother went, after Nina basically blackmailed and extorted her out of the challenge to Nina's reign. She went and she was gardening. And remember when the lady came up to her and was like, some kind of plant was poisonous that she was gardening with. I don't know. That might have been the episode you skipped, season. But
right, but then at the end, old boy was like, I know you killed him.
Exactly. And so it's unclear still, and maybe that's a season 2 plot, but I feel like that was a little like okay, because he had cancer. Yes, he didn't die of cancer, he died of a heart attack. They try to make it seem like the heart attack is a it could be a possibility of getting cancer treatment. He wasn't getting cancer treatment. So he might have been poisoned. So that's a question mark in terms of what is going on with the series. But long story long, what does make sense about him having cancer is he suddenly completely changed his will. So Simon and
Simon, the white right hand man.
Simon and Nina go to London. They miss
Simon
their dad.
Is the son. Gideon is
the white guy. So Simon and Nina go to their dad's funeral. Of course, his wife is a bitch Claudia, who decides to change the time, location, so they missed it. They get there in time for the will reading. And the will reading was actually the father creating a video. So the thing I liked about it was like an airtight will. So it was like, all right, this is not gonna be 8 episodes of them trying to challenge the will. That's boring. So okay, let's just pause for a second here. What are you guys' reactions to kind of like the whole will stuff, the whole everything up until that point? Anything to chime in about?
I like the will that it was a video.
Yeah,
because it was like you can't question whether she's supposed to be in this position or whether she's supposed to. It kind of, of course, the mom was so annoying in the first episode. I don't know if it was the first episode or the second episode that was worse, but she was just so annoying to the point of, girl, you really sitting here questioning, and it goes back to the whole dialogue. You really sitting here questioning this will when it's clear he was not under any level of duress. He didn't have anybody that was forcing him to say these words. He was very clear and coherent. This will sticks. Any judge in any state would say this will sticks. Why are you even wasting breath on this? It was like they should have definitely. That was the part of the dialogue that was like, y'all talking about things that don't make any sense. Like, this does not make sense that she's really trying to fight the will. Girl, go get you some more stock. Go get you some more shares. Like, you could have expanded a lot more. Let me know more about the aunties that was in the room that got, like, it just, that first episode was annoying. It was
it definitely was a drain to sit and have to sit through fucking 3-4 episodes full of pep talks about let's go get our company back. Let's go. Yeah. We got to get our company back. She just kept, like, she would end every fucking phone call with let's get the company back and hang up in their face. And it's like, do they not give this bitch any more lines than this? Like, let me, like, she'd be like, let's go get the company back. Like, come on. This shit was getting so old. Like, baby, y'all don't control the company no more.
Right.
You gotta figure this out. Like, okay, you gotta figure it out. And they did come up with a plot to try and, as shareholders, I get that. You gotta vote. But baby, y'all not CEO no more. It's time to move on. It's time to move on.
I will tell you what was very satisfying though. There are 2 things that were satisfying. Number one, because Claudia was a bitch for no reason. Okay. So it was very satisfying. Simon and Nina wanted nothing to do with the company. They wanted nothing to do with their dad. So they were like, let's get the fuck rid of it. I don't care. Do what it takes, And, even though Nina was kind of, questioning some things, she still went to the headquarters and, was ready to sign on the dotted line. But then Claudia sat up there and said,
running her mouth.
She said something about their mama.
She said that your mama couldn't keep the company just like she couldn't keep her man. Something along those lines.
Yeah, bitch. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
That would have made me stay though.
That, of course.
That would have made me stay
for sure.
That, and I honestly, Nina's part, I think it was maybe one part that I was like, okay, Nina, you're crazy. but
Yeah.
majority of her lines, her dialogue made sense.
Yeah.
The shit she did made sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you on that.
That was definitely an
yeah
kind of moment. And then, you know, I think it was the son Gus who was like, all you had to do was keep your mouth shut, you know? And it was true. And she was like, we're done. And Erica says Claudia's face, clown face card was on lock. Yeah. I mean, like, you raggedy bitch, you already done stole this wife's family. Okay. And you're getting your company back. And you're still gonna sit up here and talk shit. That's crazy. Like, all she had to do was keep her stupid ass mouth shut. So that was very, very satisfying. But it was also satisfying that people were telling her, like, you're crazy. Like, the kids were telling her you're crazy. Like, this Will shit is not happening. Like, they weren't trying to play into it. So that was satisfying, but it was also a waste of time. You know, like, okay.
Yeah.
Things that I didn't find very realistic. Number one, the guy that Claudia was fucking around with, he would have been out. Bye. That wasn't realistic. I mean, immediately. I understand why she tried to kind of have an olive branch to her siblings, but for that guy, I don't know why. Because you inherited the company, it was fucked up, paperwork was fucked up, finances fucked up. So why'd you keep this motherfucker around? He should have been gone. And obviously he was allied to Claudia. Then number two, when the father gave the secretary 1 million pounds, and this bitch said that she would stay on for 6 months to work for Nina, I was like, ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no way. So that was just completely crazy.
You mean her staying or Nina not firing her?
No, I don't think she had any reason to fire the secretary, but I don't see why the secretary would want to continue to work a job after getting $1 million, like $1 million pounds. Like, who would want to do that? And for 6 months, and then still be a secretary. It wasn't like, I'm gonna promote you. You'll be like, you know, my advisor. Like, she was still scheduling meetings and shit, getting coffee. Like, the fuck? I'm not doing that, bitch. I'm a millionaire, you know? So, but the 33 had the 33. It did make some sense where I started to side eye her, like, okay, it's something not clicking with her. Number one, when the bitch started deleting emails and deleting calendars, I was like, what is she up to? And what we come to find out at the very end is that she had a whole Maureen. Okay, Maureen, that was secretary's name. This bitch had a whole ass baby by the daddy.
And he an adult.
I kind of thought
he was
that.
Off at college.
Yeah.
Okay, what made you think that in advance?
When she got that $1 million.
Oh.
When she got that $1 million, I'm like, yeah, okay, she may be loyal, but that loyal, that's a lie. He either fucked her and trying to keep her mouth shut or something, but they always fuck the secretary. And she a white woman,
and she old too.
Yeah, they probably been fucking for years.
Well,
they have a grown ass son.
No, I mean like continuously, like never stopping, no issue. She probably was cool with being a side bitch, no issue with it. She wasn't probably trying to be his wife.
You know, I guess I didn't find it odd that she stayed on at the company, but I did find it odd that she wasn't fired when it was discovered that she deleted all them emails. Like, there were so many anticlimactic scenes that I was just like, nigga.
So anticlimactic.
Realistic. Like when she confronted her in the bathroom during the whole face of Flair. Yeah. Face of Flair. And she was just like, yeah, I deleted the emails because he was getting fucking experimental cancer treatment. Bitch, everybody knows he had cancer though. So
no, nobody knew he had cancer.
Nobody
the family did.
No, nobody knew he had cancer at all.
The wife knew.
Still, he dead. So what difference does that make?
The wife knew. Wait, okay. The family
knew he had cancer.
Yeah, they knew because she killed him and was blaming it on the cancer.
Okay. I missed.
So I mean, that part didn't add up. Like, baby, you hiding. I wouldn't have took that as an answer. You're hiding way more than this motherfucker had cancer. Like, come on. Now that he's dead, that's not gonna work. Okay, what difference does it? It's not like they can challenge his mental capacity because he had cancer. Like the math ain't mathing for me on why you deleted all these fucking emails.
Yeah, maybe because they were fucking around. That's really what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think
she got the money?
Who his dad is?
The son, his black ass running around there. He know his daddy. he know his mama was fucking some nigga running. They know.
Now, okay. Erica says the black young lady taking that hit had me hot. Yeah,
that had me pissed too. Y'all don't get me started. I'm trying to be nice.
It did, but it also like it was anticlimactic. Like I don't know. It's just that was not giving.
She got fired for the emails, and she was fucking Andre. Come on, dog.
Yeah. But why would homegirl
come back and help? I wouldn't come back and help.
Well, okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let's rewind it a little bit. But one question I do want to ask about the son, because that was at the end we find out the bitch had a son, and they try to make it seem like, well, he made a big deal about my bloodline getting an inheritance, which was interesting because another part of the plot was that his daughter wasn't really his daughter. So that was like one whole thing. But then you also had like them trying to insinuate that maybe he was trying to get his son that nobody knew about some money. I mean, I'm not gonna say only, but like, okay, it's 30 million pounds, right? That several of them, like, why the mystery, motherfucker? Like, you dead, you might as well confess all your sins. Like, all right, look, these are my motherfucking kids that I'm claiming, and this bitch ain't mine, but she my kid anyway. Like, I just don't understand the whole ambiguity. Like, you did a whole ass video.
Like his whole persona, he's an asshole, cutthroat, barely their dad. So it's like, why would he care what motherfuckers thought about him once he was dead?
Yeah, why the mystery? Why my bloodline? Why all this? Why all these technicalities and shit just doesn't make sense. Like, you made a video, just name. There's only fucking 5 kids. It ain't like I'm gonna say something. I'm not gonna put my blood like that. But because they're gonna be like, now why is he in it? No, I was gonna say DMX. Like, DMX had hella kids, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like. It's just like 5 or 6. Okay, that's enough. Andre, boom, nigga, just name the kids. Take 5 seconds. So okay, but anyway, okay, we're skipping around a little bit too much. So let's talk about the secretary, the bitch. It was something shady about her. We still, our theory, I think we all agree on, is the fact that she was trying to cover up that they was fucking her and the boss. What was the dad's name? Steven. Okay. Maureen and Steven was fucking. And that's what she was deleting shit. Now I don't know why you gotta delete entries. You should have been more discreet what you put in the entries anyway. Like you said, like
she should have been deleting them motherfuckers the minute he dropped dead. Why you gonna inherit $1 million, then come back to work, get asked to stay, and then start deleting shit?
And then frame a whole nother bitch.
Why weren't you? My thing is, why weren't you deleting them after they were sent? Like, I don't understand why you left them. Why were you delete them
after he died?
Well, Erica says maybe it's more kids.
It got to be more kids.
He's African.
Nick Cannon had all them kids. The 33 says a lot happened with only a few episodes. Insecure could have learned from this. I think they could have learned from it because a lot did happen in 2 episodes, but the other episodes didn't have as much happening. Like, only half of the episodes had
shit out.
Yeah, they could have done more, I think, with the plot. But okay. So let's see. All right. We talked about Claudia a little bit. I will tell you something I did like about Claudia, though. I like that, obviously, she's a woman. Like, what do you think? In her 60s? Like, in real life, I don't know her. I don't think she's that old. She might be 50s.
She was giving me 50s.
So she's giving 50s. She's 50s. But I kind of like that she was sexual. She was powerful. She was a bitch. But I just kind of like that they gave her a little something. Because, okay, if we go back to, like, Savage Beauty, for instance, but you guys haven't seen. Like the mother there, she was the same thing, bitch, bad attitude. But she wasn't like, I mean, it was like he has this sexy young wives, and here her old ass goes. You know what I'm saying? And she had a little affair. She did a little something. I shouldn't be telling her story in case anybody else wants to go and watch it. But I kind of like that Claudia, she kind of was doing her thing, and I just like when they give women in that age range a little bit more, depth and just like being like I don't want to say mammy, but you know what I'm saying? Like give them a little bit of something.
Like Nina mama.
I mean, you what?
Like Nina and Simon mama.
Yes.
She was not doing anything for me.
Nina and Simon mama, she gave bitch got left and never rebounded.
She gave bitch got left and never recovered for sure, baby. Because Nina, what's her name? Claudia. The bitch had on a different wig every scene.
She did. That's what I'm saying. She was
dressed.
She wore lingerie.
It was a lot. I mean, I wasn't like, oh, she bad, but I was.
No, she wasn't. But for her, it was like, okay, I see you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she wasn't such a bitch, it would have been. I could have rooted for her just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But I just like that she gave something. Nina's mama gave.
Nina's mama got on my nerves, y'all.
Nina's mama was the worst fucking character on the show. Not even really be on the show.
Damn,
she was trash.
You disliked her more than Claudia?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Claudia was. That's the thing about Claudia. Claudia was a fucking dingbat.
No,
Claudia was a dingbat. Nothing. Yes. None of her plans were successful.
No. Claudia's plans were successful.
Which one?
The takeover. They was down and out with the takeover.
And who won the war of the takeover?
But that was not.
She was hugging Andre for years. Had him on the inside. She embezzled that money with Gideon. She killed that husband. Claudia got the job done, bitch. She was just annoying.
Claudia was annoying, but she was not a dingbat. She was not a dingbat.
She a dingbat because she getting caught.
No, that was a fucking like Hail Mary, like that. That had nothing to do with her business savvy. She was 2 steps ahead of Nina in terms of meeting with all those shareholders. Nina didn't see shit coming. Like, I mean, I gotta give Claudia in terms of the business savvy part, but hey, Nina had the extortion blackmail card. She did still lose.
She's crying her eyes out right now.
Man, Nina took more L's than Claudia.
No, she didn't.
What did Nina take an L in?
She stayed getting hoed by that family.
You have to give me an example. Aside from
she took an L when her damn mama voted against her.
Yeah,
that was crazy. She didn't even know her mama was a shareholder and shit. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about this dumbass mama.
Dumbass bitch.
That's why you got left.
The 33 says I wouldn't speak to Nina's mom for like 3 Thanksgivings because she was a mess. Erica said Claudia was a whole strategist, but her secret was her Achilles. Like I mean, I just feel like you can't necessarily say that Claudia was a dingbat because something that would have like is such a stretch for her to get caught on. She was caught on. But Nina's mom.
What? Wanda not being hers? I mean, being his?
Yes.
So who baby is it?
We don't know.
Shit, the pool boy, the driver. It ain't Andre's baby.
At first I thought it was Andre's, and I was like, wait, they the same age. So it ain't Andre's.
Yeah. But I just feel like when Nina's mom is a fucking dingbat. Like Nina's mom is a dingbat. Okay, let's go to the end. So you meant to tell me Nina's mom claims that she didn't know that Steven was the one sending her enough money to put her kids in private school and give them a nice lifestyle because the bitch was struggling. She said, well, a cousin just showed up one day and said they wanted to do something nice. That's dingbat.
Okay.
She's a liar. Okay. She's lying.
You think she's lying? So she's a liar. She's a genuine.
I think she's lying.
Your ex-husband, the father of your children, owns a big, successful fucking business, and you getting mystery checks in the mail from a cousin. You're a fucking liar. Just say
or
that
she dumb as fuck.
Just say that the daddy left you, but he kept supporting you, and you decided to turn your children against him. And now that they're going to reclaim what's theirs, you all of a sudden don't want them to have it. Why wouldn't you want your children to have the birthright? But at the same time, you own all these motherfucking shares in the same company.
The math ain't math.
The math ain't math. She don't. It just that they could have left that whole. They could have left that whole.
Erica agrees that she's lying and she's still bitter. Okay, but here's what also doesn't make sense. So Steven, you mean to tell me is sending checks? And he ain't want the credit. I ain't never known
a black man
to send a check and not want a motherfucking cookie. Okay.
Okay. This part TMI. My daddy sent checks and didn't want the credit.
Wow.
Must be nice because our daddy ain't sent a penny, bitch.
He said my daddy
he be at every graduation, every birthday party.
Paid for part of college, took care of my books, and he didn't want the credit. But he didn't want to be a daddy. So
did he have a whole other family? Like, did he have a family too? And he just didn't want.
Yes.
Man, that's fucked
so
up.
what you gonna do when he pass away and leave a bookstore to you?
Nigga, I'm owning that bitch.
You own that shit. I'll come help you run that bitch. I'll be
Hell
CEO.
Yeah, I'm taking that bitch.
I'm co-CEO with you, nigga.
We in there, nigga. What? Obama, I got a black-owned bookstore. Come through.
Right, okay. Shit, yeah, niggas, I'm talking
Absolutely.
about. We're entrepreneurs over up in this bitch. Intergenerational wealth.
Like, you know, I am, and my mom, she would not fight me on that shit. She'd be like, go get that bitch. So that's why it does not make sense.
It don't
that the woman was so adamant about them not being in that company. I think her and Claudia got some sneak shit going on.
I do too. She has something to do. I think she has a lot more to do with anything that's going on. Because you remember when I text y'all and I was like, Nina mama stole that money, huh? Y'all remember when I text y'all that?
No, I didn't. I thought you were saying Claudia. I didn't.
No, I was like, Nina mama got that money, huh?
The 20 million?
Yeah, because it just her being so adamant about them wanting to get the fuck up out of there and not have nothing to do with it, even though that was a birthright. But then she got shares. I was like, something off with the mama. She must want them to get up out of there before they find out what a snake she is. And how she been lying to them their whole fucking childhood about what they daddy has and hasn't been doing for them.
Yeah.
But I just...
She got something
to do
because it's the thing for her to only be visible in maybe 3 scenes. I would say her whole role was probably 5 minutes of screen time, if that. They were mentioning her in every episode, every other scene. They were putting a lot of weight on this mama for her not to be around. You get what I'm saying? She ain't nowhere around, but y'all constantly talking about her. She's gonna be a big player in season 2 because
I think so too. I think I wouldn't be surprised if her and Claudia has some shit going on. I heard
they could have been fucking, y'all. We don't know.
Look,
Claudia freaky, bitch. She fucking a little young bird.
It's a freaky dicky. Claudia's freaky dicky. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Nia's mom look homely as fuck. She doesn't look like Claudia's type. Now, if Leah's mom was a bad bitch, then I might say okay. But Nia's mom,
she was getting them fucking bills paid and them kids taken care of, looking like that.
Yeah, she wear a muumuu outside the house. Yeah,
she had the bills paid, okay, and her kids got a whole ass company. Yeah, she was doing something.
She got something. She got something out of it.
She got something going on under that muumuu.
Okay, well, I guess maybe we'll find out, bitch.
Nina mama is a snake. Claudia,
Nina's mama is a snake.
she a snake, but she open with it. She really feels entitled to all that money. I think she put up with that man shit for all them years. She put up with them dumbass kids, and she wants her peace. And you know, I think Gideon was helping both of them bitches. I think all three of them was in bed together, to be honest.
That would be an interesting plot. I think maybe y'all should write the second season. Nina, the 33 says Nina's mother is one of those people that love to play victim. She wants people to think that man left her and never look back. Then Lark says, yes, my father played for my plane ticket, 30 years old, and he reminds me every day.
Wow.
Dang, just a plane ticket? That's it?
That's it.
Dang, man. A win is a win, I guess.
I'm telling you.
The 33 says, what if Nina's mom and Claudia teamed up to milk Steven for his money?
They did.
So you think they might have had an alliance all those years?
I think, how else would they have? Because the way Claudia was sitting up in that damn boardroom, she knew she had the the Joker Carter, whatever. She knew she had the leg up. She knew that bitch was gonna be sitting on that Zoom and voting her way. They know.
I think that
you'll see.
I think the deal they made was that Claudia gets the company, and what's the name get a dividend check, so she got shares. But she get money on the sneak. As long as she kept getting money, she didn't bother the company. She didn't vote. Because remember, was it Gideon that said this secret, shareholder never votes, never comes around. Nobody knows who it is. They're just out in the wind. So I think that was the deal they made. I'll stay out your way as long as you pay me. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Nina's mom to me is the worst person on the show. Everybody else's stuff makes more sense.
At least everyone else had a clear motive.
Yeah, Nina's mom. Oh, I just wanted to protect y'all, bitch.
I just want you back home in the States with me, girl. What is you talking about,
girl? Bye, girl. Bye. But okay, girl, that's your story, and you stick to it. We ain't
let's talk about these kids.
Okay.
Let's start with Gus.
Okay, let's start with Gus. Okay. Ugh. I actually didn't think that Gus was that bad. Like, to be honest, like Gus kind of accepted the fact that, like, look, the Will shit ain't happening. Now he was a prick towards Nina about, feeling bitter, especially once he realized that, like, being your daddy's right-hand man don't really mean shit to these white folks when they looking for an executive. They're like, cronyism. Now we know that white boys don't care about cronyism when it comes to white people, but when it comes to niggas, they like, we don't think you're qualified. So once he figured out that, okay, he's kind of stuck, that, he kind of, like, he had his moment of acting out, but he did get it together. And I like that he really wasn't trying to really snake Nina. He was kind of pushed into doing it by his mama. So overall, I mean, Gus, I ain't really got a problem with Gus too much. The 33 says Gus ain't got no real friends. Erica said hopefully they'll thread that needle season 2. I think talking about Nina's mom. Yeah, Aunt Cookie says, y'all ain't tell me y'all was doing Riches. I don't watch all that. Okay, girl. Well, hello.
Hop right
in. Okay. So what is your take on Gus? Ashley.
He was annoying as fuck at first.
Yeah, at first, for sure.
I don't know if it's that we don't really get to see rich Black kids, especially rich Black African kids, on TV as much. So I don't know if that's what kind of caught me off guard, that they were very snooty and like spoiled as fuck and just ungrateful. You really don't see that often. So for me, it was like, dude, you really sitting here, first of all, you came into this meeting drunk. And she didn't kick you out or send you home. You laid out on the couch. Him being drunk wasn't believable.
No,
so it really was the actor. And then it was other scenes where he was just sitting there and, like, I guess we're supposed to feel bad for him because nobody wants to hire him and he doesn't get his company that it was promised to him. It just felt like all he did was fucking whine. That really was all his. Everything was always, woe is me. Why are y'all taking this from me? And then the whole like back and forth of trusting Nina, not trusting Nina, trusting this person, it flopped way too much, too many times within a 6-episode period. It was like, okay, can we get you and her being on the same team for at least 2 consecutive episodes? Why does it have to jump so many times, even in just one? So for him, it just, that whole, I don't know, the cop shit of him.
The cop shit like literally went nowhere, or did it? Did I miss it? Because like he got the document, and what?
At the end, the cop grabbed his girl at the club.
Oh, okay. So that's who it was. It was the cop that grabbed his girl.
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was the girl.
He's in sex trafficking. So he's probably going to sex traffic her or hide her somewhere. But it just, I don't know. It didn't. I'm gonna have to
go back and watch that scene again because I really was confused. No, but I was confused. I was like, okay, is this the white guy that Wanda broke up with? Like, why is he trying to get
it was the cop because he said something like, since your boyfriend wants to take something of mine, I'm gonna take something of his or something.
Got it. Okay. But see, I didn't recognize the cop, so I didn't know. I was like,
they all look the same.
I was because I was like, okay, so this is the white guy that Wanda broke up with. That's weird. He's like, whatever. I didn't know. Okay,
white.
So that's where the cop shit went.
I hope a white guy never does anything to me because I'm gonna be like, I don't know what he looks like.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Takes his hand and puts it over my mouth. Oh, I would die.
I don't know.
I would be like, I need some DNA evidence because
yeah, you're gonna have to go every white man DNA that evidence, bro. Because I am not a reliable witness at all.
Like, white. Did he have brown hair or black hair? White. Blue eyes or brown eyes? White.
I don't know. I didn't get a good look at him.
I'm like, damn, can y'all take some fingerprints off of my wrist? Like, the nigga grabbed me here. Like, get me
right here.
Like, there should be a fingerprint there.
I know some of his sweat got on me.
Yeah, like, come on. I need some DNA.
Wow.
Help me.
The 33 says I wish.
I know what y'all can do. Okay. Where the Q-tip with the little squirt stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. CSI, they always have DNA. Okay. The fuck. But hey, what's worst case scenario? The wrong white man goes to jail. That's being black in America. Okay. But anyway, yeah, okay. So that's where the copping went. To me, that gave me nothing. Like, okay, it just was too much, a lot to go nowhere. And then I guess it kind of went somewhere, but I missed it because it's not like the cop was that like distinctive.
And like he act like the cop whooped his ass or some shit. The cop
he just pulled him over. That's what's crazy.
Well, he missed his dad's last breath. I think that's why he was so disturbed by it.
And his dad would have said, "I'm disappointed in you." I don't know why he's that upset about missing that.
Love him.
Yeah, Gus gave me not much because he was very wishy-washy. He didn't have his own like real ambition like that. Like after he got rejected, he gave up on ambition. So like to me, he just gave me nothing. I did think that, I did think that he kind of turned into a good guy a little bit, like in terms of trying to date the girl, and then she had a daughter, so at least he wasn't sleazy. Like he was very much in the vein of like African son who was supposed to be the heir to the throne, like Savage Beauty. That's how, like, all these shows, I've seen many of them now because I actually like the African Netflix shows in movies. So it's not a new character for me. So I was just like, oh, okay, very typical. But he was more, I will say this, he was more likable than a lot of those characters. Okay, so
I just think he thought he had more time to get his shit together than he did. I felt like he thought he had more time to kind of gain his father's respect and put his foot down in the business a little more. And I'm not going to go too deep in because he really didn't get that much, but he did do a lot of flip-flopping where you could tell he had moments where he was like, damn, if dad was here right now, he'd be really disappointed in me. I don't deserve what I'm asking for. And that's when he would kind of, tell his mom, like, look, we fighting for nothing. I can't even give you what you want, like running this company. But then he would go hop into his whole, oh, I'm angry and this is mine. I'm entitled to this. And it's like, bro, you're proving that you can't fucking cut it. You can't handle it. So just chill and learn, which is what you should have been doing with your dad was alive. Learn from Nina and figure out how you could be an asset, because you should be fucking fired.
Yeah. I mean, he was young, partying, spending money. Like, it seemed like they all kind of were. You know, he wasn't really having shit together. Lark says, I love Savage Beauty also. Erica says, same love. I'm talking about South African shows or African shows on Netflix. Yeah. If y'all watch Savage Beauty, and then I think you will be like, okay. I mean, I'm not saying that Rich is bit off of them at all, because it takes a long time to make these shows and they probably were making them at the same time. But just for me, it just, like I said, it wasn't as fresh because I saw Savage Beauty, and I thought Savage Beauty was better in terms of the drama and the character development. But this one kept it a lot more simple. It got convoluted at the end, but it was a lot more simple. Okay, let's talk about who was the Alicia. Alicia had me, and then she lost me. But let's talk about Alicia's character.
Ashley. I loved her look. I think they kept her on point, especially with her hair.
I thought she had some bad wigs, though. I thought you was talking about her when you was talking about the wigs. So she had some bad wigs.
No, that first one that was all kinky hair that she had that was like really, really big. That was a lot. But as her hair started, you started going through the episodes, they started doing a lot better with her hair. I'm with y'all. I liked her at first, because she seemed like she was logical, right? She was getting along with Nina. She was growing on her own. Yeah. The fact that she's the only sibling that paid off her flat and got money saved, financially savvy, it really was a disappointment that she voted against Nina. Because it's like, girl, you really only doing this so you can be a co-CEO. Like, you want to share the floor with your fucking brother.
And Jason agreed she was wishy-washy. I mean, I just feel like it was these characters were so wishy-washy. Like, that was really kind of like, but I mean, the show, it was 6 episodes. So by the time they flip-flop, they flipping back again. So it wasn't like you really had to linger there. But I was just like, I don't know. Anything else on Alicia?
No.
You know what I did? Like, I liked her advice to Wanda, or kind of advice, or what she said to Wanda, but we'll get to Wanda in a minute. Season, your thoughts on Alicia?
I think Alicia was just really there to represent the younger generation and how older people and businesses really need to listen to their consumers and really need to think about who their consumers are in terms of like what they look like, where they come from, how reviews on here. I really like the whole Facebook group storyline, even though that fell just a little touch flat for me.
It did.
But I really liked how she was just like, no, you guys need to address this. I liked how she pushed for a face of Flair. I liked how she was really pushing for that. But then in the end, she went off with her raggedy ass mama who never had respect for her. So it was like, girl, what is you doing? Like, you're literally going against everything that you represented in the first half of this show so that you can go and be under your mama's thumb who has no real vision. She just is greedy. Like, what the fuck? So I ended up not liking her character at all. But I'm not gonna say I ended up not liking her, but I was just like, girl, what is you doing? Remember who was fucking with you and who wasn't. And I don't know, I could just tell that I wasn't watching an American show because Black people when we get to a certain age, we don't be listening to our parents like that. We be like, look, you don't know what you're talking about. Just chill.
Yeah.
You did your job. I got it from here. So
Yeah,
that's when I
I'll
can
take it
really
from here.
tell. Yeah, that's when I can really tell, like, okay, I gotta remember I'm not watching an American show because niggas wouldn't do that shit. We'd be like, baby, get
Hey,
off my line.
Karina. Yes.
And with Nina's, you know how Nina told her, you an idiot if you think these white people gonna let you have this black company. And I thought that was, first of all, the speech Nina gave her was very convincing, but I thought that would have at least turned her to have more. She said like she knew she was doing this. It was such a disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just weak. It was a bunch of weak ass characters. It just was like, And to your point, like Kings of Napa, you know, I will say each of the kids, right? They had conviction in what they were doing. They weren't like, if the mama didn't agree, it was like, well, girl, bye, go to hell. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't disrespectful, but I will say, like in the African shows that I've watched, that's very much along the lines of like whatever the parents say goes, show deference to them, go along with them. So I don't know. I can't.
All this happened after they found out the mama was fucking Andre. I'm like, did we not talk about that at all?
Wait a second. The shareholder takeover after Andre was fucking his mama, the mama situation.
Oh. Yeah,
they found out that their mama was cheating on their daddy with Andre at the Face of Flair thing, and then they all team mama a couple of weeks or months later.
That is true.
I'm like, wait a minute. Now, do y'all love y'all daddy or not? Because there should be a little bit of fallout behind this.
You're right. I mean, you're right. Karina says the actress that played Claudia was bomb. Larky's finishing episode 6. You know, you're right. I mean, I don't know. It must be a cultural thing. I can't speak on the culture because I think
it's definitely cultural.
We don't have.
Now this wasn't happening though. This Bonner's Brothers, a fucking black-owned beauty supply, a beauty chain founded in Inglewood, baby, please.
Janice's Soul Food, chicken and waffles,
sweetie pies, baby.
Sweetie pies, like, chicken and waffles.
Sit your ass down and go to Nordstrom or some shit. You get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, be like, hey, which one of us has an MBA from Morton? Okay,
right.
Get the fuck up.
You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You don't even download apps on your phone.
I gotta show you how to use FaceTime. You need to chill.
I love my mama. But my mama is not a person I would just blindly follow. I'd be like, wait, what?
Straight
no.
Are you?
But again, there might be cultural differences that we're not aware of.
There's 100% cultural differences. Because I was like, why is this bitch still hanging up? Why is she giving them the same pep talk and hanging up in their face?
Yeah.
100% of the time. I wouldn't even answer.
It wasn't even that great of a pep talk. But okay, so let's talk about, before we move on to Wanda, let's talk about Alicia and Gus fuck around and finding out that being co-CEO of a now white-owned company ain't what it's cracked up to be. Any thoughts on that?
I missed that episode. I must have missed it.
My thing is, how y'all didn't see that shit coming?
Yeah,
y'all didn't
exactly.
see that coming with how they like. You really, I can't believe there's still black people out here that being bought out by a white company, they're gonna allow you to continue this black movement? Absolutely fucking not. You thought they was gonna let you keep everything and innovate and get all these black absolutely not. You are ticking off their diversity company.
Exactly.
That's all you're doing. And you know, the look on their faces, I was sitting there and I'm just like, y'all look stupid as fuck. Y'all don't know what the heck y'all doing.
Y'all that was what kind of made it. Didn't that kind of make it anticlimactic though? Because it was like womp womp womp. Like, who didn't see this?
Yeah.
Like, have you not picked up a history book? Do you not know about colonialism in the world, bitch? Y'all think because
y'all got a whole monarchy.
Yeah, like what the
Meghan
fuck?
Markle got bullied out of Britain, and y'all think y'all was gonna have a friend of Jesus with the white homecoming?
Yeah, what are y'all doing?
Yeah,
what are y'all talking
when
about?
the bitch came back, when she came back and was like, I just want to let y'all know we're not going to change anything around here. That should have been your fucking sign.
Yeah, for real. Bitch was like, we're in charge, but you niggas just still have your fake power. Like, come on. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Okay. Let's move on to let's talk about Claudia and Andre for a second. So Andre was just dibbling and dabbling. He was fucking the girl who got framed. He was fucking the boss's wife, which is crazy that you will be fucking the boss's wife, let alone that's alone is crazy. But okay, wait, let's save him. Let's revisit him because he ends up becoming a big part of the finale. So let's move on to Wanda.
Yes.
Wanda to me was the least likable character who I actually ended up being like, she actually had a little bit more sense and a little bit more conviction than everybody else. The 33 says, y'all see what happened to Tiffany Cross when she was a little too black for MSNBC.
No. Okay, we see you got to fill us in on that.
What you mean fill y'all in? Y'all know she got fired.
Bitch, but why? MSNBC? Unless you own it.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, I mean, it was really, I said, she just got fired. Tucker Carlson was dragging her, calling her racist. All the whites started calling her racist and shit. And then she went, it was some shit. So she got fired. Probably because she black. And she was pro-black. So there you go.
She shaved her head. She got hair on her head.
No, she did not change her hairstyle up. She did not start wearing a little short coiffed afro. How
was her hair? Like, you know, they gonna fire the bitch with the natural hair. She had a weave.
No, she had a short, little cute, like, you know, a little cute hairstyle. Her hair was very much corporate America friendly. Okay. It was very mainstream. She's light skinned. She had mainstream.
They fired a light skinned.
They fired a light skinned sister. They light skinned named Tiffany. Wow. She had a short, cute little.
Yeah, she had to be really talking shit to be light skinned and get labeled racist. What'd she say?
She got a white husband.
No, I don't think she's married. No.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Let's get back on subject.
Okay. They fired a light skinned bitch. And she had her hair done.
She had straight hair.
They said they fired a yellow one too. Yeah, I guess so. Ain't nobody fucking safe. Wow.
No,
okay.
black means
black. Okay,
but black is a black. All that gatekeeping that people do about blackness.
Wow.
It don't.
I'm gonna have to look her up when we get off of this.
You know, look her up to look up Tiffany Cross. Y'all are funny. Okay. Anyways, back to this.
So
so let's talk about Wanda's arc. So Wanda was annoying as fuck. Her hair was not giving for me. They did nothing with her makeup, nothing with her, nothing. She had a white guy who
was very whitewashed. She was the younger whitewashed sister.
Yeah, she was a younger whitewashed sister, which also didn't really compute with her being super like pro. I guess it wasn't a pro black thing. It was maybe more so a pro family thing.
Yeah.
But okay, overall her arc was that, you know, she's the youngest. She was mooching the most off of daddy's money, and she was a sugar mama to this white dude, which I'm like, look, I don't get involved in how people choose to date out of their race. Howsoever, what I could never, ever understand is dating a broke white person. I cannot understand.
Yeah, like that's weird.
On purpose.
I'm sorry. Like, yeah, like I can't understand. Like a convict, broke. Like, what are you doing? What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? I cannot understand that. Man or woman, I just don't understand. Like, I know that there are like, okay, black men who date white women. The aesthetic that attracts black men is different than the aesthetic that attracts white men. So I understand why there are some white women who are going to attract a more ethnic aesthetic.
Reese, you doing a great job.
I'm being PC, okay? However, so I get it. Like that's where they dabble because they're like, look, I got a big ass, or I got my ass filled up, whatever. A flat ass and big tits, you are all set, white girl. Becky is not gonna have no problem with the white man. But if you got some meat on your bones, look like you eat some oxtails and some gravy, you're gonna attract a little different you know what I'm saying? But for black women, like white men don't have that wide of a range. It's not like, oh, that's a hippie white man. Black women are gonna like him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no nothing that you could be like, that's gonna be the white guy that black women like. You can point that out to white women, but I don't understand dating a broke ass white man.
Yeah,
I don't.
Like you're basically paying to be called a nigga at Thanksgiving dinner. That's weird.
Why?
It's weird. I don't know about all that, but it is weird. It's weird because I'm like, okay, white people have privilege. Why would you go with the least privileged white man out there? Like, who fucking does that? Somebody has to have the privilege in the relationship if you're gonna go and do your thing. Do your thing. I'm not mad at you, but just like go get a white man that got something going for himself.
Yeah,
like
be smart. You sitting here letting a white man use you this way?
That's weird.
That's weird. She was weird. She was whitewashed though.
She was. She was a white girl.
She did a good job. I don't know if that's her personality in real life, but she did a really good job.
I believe that's her in real life.
You do?
Yes.
She did keep some braids for way too long on this season.
Her braids were not giving Atlanta. Her braids were giving like
Montgomery,
Nottingham, or what is it? Wherever is that? It's giving Utah, Salt Lake City, or something. I know it was in London. I don't know London geography.
It's giving Milwaukee.
Her eyeshadows was terrible.
She had a lot going on.
I don't like to talk about black women and their appearance, but whatever. Okay, so
like she did this.
They did not give her a lot to work with.
They gave her nothing.
Wardrobe and looks. I mean,
they gave her bad, fucked up hair. I'm not saying fucked up because I don't think her hair was that bad, but it just seems like it wasn't like bad bitch braids.
Let's be clear. She's not an ugly girl.
We're not saying
not look ugly or unattractive. She just looked whitewashed. She looked like a black girl who hangs with white girls.
Yeah. She looked like her looks wasn't a priority for production.
No, she looked like a black girl that hang with white girls.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, like she was keep the braids a little too long.
Lark said Nottingham. Yeah, the braids was giving Nottingham. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just think they just gave her nothing. They just gave her nothing in the attire. And maybe they thought they were giving, but it wasn't giving for me. You know what I'm saying? So especially your daddy's a millionaire, like it just wasn't giving for me. So that already was like, that's a letdown. And then, they fucked her up because then she's not really Steven's daughter. She was being used by her white boyfriend. Like, damn, girl, how many L's are you going to take in one season? But she had more conviction, at least, in terms of the family than the other people.
But that came out of nowhere. That was weird, but I guess.
That's true. Like, it didn't necessarily... Oh, okay. Erica is saying it was Clueless mock-up. Yeah, like Stacey Dash with like a month-old braids. I can see that. Like
she was giving me more Cher than Dion.
Yeah. Cher was like
okay, because black Cher had some like some to her. She was still black to me. Was Dion black to y'all?
Yeah, Dion was black.
Okay. Cher, Dion was giving Cher.
Dion was black when her nigga was in the scene. I feel like that's when she was black.
Okay, we're getting way off. I
know. Okay. Alicia was annoying, but she played the role very well. And I was confused at her in the vote she made.
They did not make her change to go against the family believable, because she had the least incentive out of everybody to go against
her mom
family.
funding her whole life.
Yeah,
she didn't have any other than she did it for the love of her dad. Like, okay, you're being weird right now.
Yeah,
is it because we don't fuck with our dads? Maybe this is how healthy dad relationships.
I mean, I rock with my dad. He cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Okay. I mean, I rock with my dad. Like, you know, yeah, we
cool.
Y'all ain't gonna, okay, so your dad, y'all in this situation, you ain't gonna side with your family to find out what happened to your daddy, or side with?
I think that's okay. So that's what happened. So basically, you know, Nina was like, Steven called me. Something is going on. We need to find out what happened with our dad. So, okay, that makes more sense. Okay. You're reminding me. Okay.
That's what made me be like, okay, this is believable, because
you're right.
So they just didn't give her enough scenes of her being so family oriented. You get what I'm saying?
Her character development was very poor. Yeah. Like, I would have liked to see how she went from this whiny, spoiled, taken care of little girl to, okay, it's about family. We have a legacy. Like, let me figure out what the fuck is going on and be a voice here. Like, they didn't show that growth at all in her.
They really
that's
didn't.
Where it was just like, okay, what's going on? Like, she really going up against her mama, but these two grown ass siblings of hers who are actually making a name for themselves and actually doing something, they voting with the mama. So her character growth was non-existent. It was just like, okay.
Now I know we just got through dragging her hair, makeup, and wardrobe, but I did feel bad about them basic ass white chicks dogging her ass out in the motherfucking bathroom. Remember?
No.
When she went like this to act like she was gonna hit him, I'm just like, oh my god, you are white.
She was gonna slap a bitch in the bathroom.
She was like,
yeah, she did like this,
y'all. What they say?
Like, basically, like, the boyfriend was using her and that she ain't even cute.
They said, yeah, even though she a black, he could at least got a cute black.
The bitch got red like that in a bathroom.
They did. I wonder how you feel as an actress being casted as like a 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, you're basic enough to where if we had some white bitches in the bathroom talk about you like a dog and how you unattractive, like, that would be believable. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would hurt my spirit. I'd be like, you know, I don't even want the part. But I'm not saying I agree with their assessment. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying, I just wonder sometimes, like Flo from the Geico commercials or whatever, she progressive. Yeah. Like, Flo was casted because she's like super basic. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's casted because she's basic. She's not.
Flo is a beautiful white woman. How dare you? She's casted for her comedic timing.
You think she's beautiful and funny?
This is just random. Like, why Flo? What Flo got to do with it?
Flo hella average.
No, but not because I'm saying, like, Flo was obviously casted because she's basic looking. She's not casted because they would not put
so they was going off on her ass in the bathroom.
They were really dogging her out. Michelle says they were talking in the stall and didn't know she was by the sink. That's how she
got her okay. So it wasn't into her face.
No.
They didn't know she was there.
Michelle says Flo isn't basic; she's unconventional.
Okay. So she overheard her getting read to the ground by some white girls.
Yeah, they were saying how
they were dogging.
They were like, yeah, she got with him and moved him into her flat, and she dumb now. He don't even pay rent. I mean, it was going hard. They said the dude's name and everything.
I know that's right. I would be saying the same shit, bitch, if I was in the bath. I would be.
I could 100%, 300% see Season having that same exact conversation in the bathroom about anybody, because that's how.
Yes.
Bitch, do you know how many? Do you know how many Google Meet conversations me and Ashley done had?
No,
I had the same conversation.
It was believably catty. I just felt a little bad for her because her feelings was hurt as fuck. Like she's like, damn, like bitch.
That's why
like,
you have to take self-inventory at all times. Yeah, I moved this broke nigga in. And what?
And
that's
what,
true.
Bitch?
You know what? I'll give you self-inventory. I'll give you an example of self-inventory. Okay, so I had a picture of myself as a profile picture like way a couple years ago. And this motherfucker sit up there and say 2 people within the span of the day sat up there and dissed my picture. And I don't remember how I came across this because I don't name search. I don't remember what it was, but somebody said that I had a bicycle chair face. Now I've heard long face. Now me and Caesar got into it one time with the guy because this guy told me, he was like, he said, okay, long face. And I said, okay, you got a short fat neck. And so what? You know, like, I know I have a long face, but my face is proportional. I'm 5'9". I don't have an abnormally long face. I have a face that's proportional to the length of my very tall ass body. Okay. And I have an oval face. That's my face shape. Okay.
Right,
oblong, oval, whatever. Actually, it's not that fucking funny.
No, I have a good self-inventory story.
Wait, okay. Let me just finish mine. Because I'm going to tell you, because you know what? I take self-inventory. So I looked at it and I was like, okay. Because I was like doing like this. And I was like, okay, I can't even do the face. It was like a smirk. And so the smirk made my chin a little longer and then the angle.
Right.
And I was like, I can see that. I wouldn't have said bicycle chair face, but I can see it. So I said, okay. Now
that's the rudest shit ever. He said you got a bicycle.
He did say that. Now, I have a policy of not talking about people's appearance on social media
that
in writing. Because here's the thing. I don't know where I'm going in life. Hopefully bigger and better things. But you know, they pull up your tweets and be like, you said something and you dissing one person and it's like you hate all people with it. So I don't need people catching strays. So I could have talked about this person. They gave me ample reason to clap back, and I could have read his whole fucking life down because he was not Idris or Brad Pitt, or this guy was Latino. So I don't know. A fine Latino man. Okay, I don't know. The fuck. Enrique Iglesias or whoever the fuck. You know, so I could have dogged him out. But I didn't. I said, you know, I see it. I get it. The angle, everything was giving. It might have been giving bicycle chair if you're an asshole and you just want to talk about me. So I said, okay, well, guess what, bitch? I'm gonna give you now. I have a good side. 99% of my pictures are gonna be on my good side. But I said, bitch, I'm giving you straight on. Okay. So I was like, let me take another picture, bitch, because y'all not about to dog me the fuck out. I know.
Face like, where, bitch?
Like, a bitch is cute in real life, bitch. That was a bad picture. I didn't think it was bad, but you let me know, okay, bitch, your picture's bad. And low-key motherfuckers, when they don't like me, they like that bicycle chair ass bitch ass face.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that's cool. I got you, bitch. So I took a picture and my picture was boom.
Damn.
Giving you straight face. My picture was bomb. Shit was cute as fuck. And I had that bitch for years. Guess what? Nobody called me bicycle chair face again.
I know, so, that's right.
The whole thing is like, at the end of the day, like, okay, I am. If I was giving bicycle chair face, you let me know. I'm not gonna give you bicycle.
Yeah, you gotta take self-inventory. You gotta
self-inventory. Okay, yeah. So I know that was a long story, but I'm just saying, I was like, oh, bitch, bicycle chair face. Oh, okay, well, you know, bitch, I'm not gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you something else.
Yeah, you did that. You
I did.
Just switch the picture and let them know, bitch.
Just switch the picture. And now what? You ain't got shit else. Okay, bye. Because I got several disses when I had the bicycle chair face picture. I got several disses. And everybody that dissed me, I could have dread fuck out them. But I said, okay, no, bitch, I'm gonna give you a different picture. And I haven't gotten any pictures, any stuff about my appearance, except for like, you know, sometimes I'll do a video. Somebody might catch me on a video and be like, whatever the fuck. I had a ponytail one time. Somebody said I didn't have no edges. So I had to do a picture, whatever. But anyway, okay. Season, you tell your self-inventory story and then we'll move on.
Okay. Best, one of the best attempt disses at me, okay? Because y'all know I got fired, okay?
Season is not the bitch you want to get into a shit on with. Like me, I do have a code. I'm like, you know what? Unless I'm just gonna straight up shoot
Absolutely
you,
not,
I'm
bitch.
just
If you
not
got
gonna
a
do
fucking granny in a wheelchair, she ain't safe. Okay.
it.
This bitch, you know, she was talking slick to my line sister. So I hopped in because I was like, bitch, don't you have a 30-day weight loss challenge you focusing on Facebook? But you over here like in this bitch grill. And she was like, shouldn't you be making sure this husband don't have an STD? And I was like, oh, okay. Well, while my husband is STD free, this one, have you even been fucked yet? Because your whole stomach covers your pussy, bitch. Has a nigga even lifted your shit yet and fucked you? Like, let's talk about it, okay? So, yes, I will go deep into your soul, into your depths, because there's nothing you can say to me I am not easily embarrassed.
No,
at all. I know anything you can bring up to me. I know, and I probably told you. So yes,
So you were remarried when this bitch said it.
Yes, I'm on husband number 2. He's perfect. He's awesome. He is not cheating. You know, I have been very transparent about my life. So, baby, you want to know if this husband is STD free? Absolutely, but let's talk about you and what your pussy is.
Bitch, get the first husband to talk about
the first boyfriend. You've never been claimed on social media.
Man,
The furthest trip you've taken at the time was to Mexico. Come on, you had a failed gastric bypass surgery. We have a lot to talk about, but yeah, we could talk about my nigga's health. We can do that. So
well,
yeah,
I think that getting rid of an STD, potentially allegedly having cheating ass nigga, is a flex. Okay, like it's not something you can shame somebody. I'm not with motherfucking no more. So how you trying to shame me for something I left? And I'm remarried, and I got a beautiful
bitch. I got a success story. Take note.
Hello, that's an inspiration right there. Like,
I'm an inspiration while you trying to hurt me, baby. I know exactly what happened in my life. I know exactly who I am.
And second of all, ex where?
I don't have no exes. I have no idea what you're talking about.
They are all deleted and erased because I'm married, so everybody else gets deleted. Okay. Anyways, okay. Back to the show. Okay, so Wanda got her ass read fulfilled, but it was the kicking ass that she needed because then she's like, you know what?
Said earlier, we need to stand by sis until she comes to her senses. We stand by you, Wanda.
We stand with Wanda because Wanda's out there. She was like, okay, these white bitches is out here reading my whole life down, dragging the fuck out of me because I'm sponsoring this guy. And you know, she went on ahead and decided to before she dumped him, she exposed this video. So she was filming an audition for him where he was talking shit about the script or whatever. Is this episode 5? Because Season, you're looking like none of this.
I have no clue what happened.
This is what happens when you skip an episode. So she's sitting. So he was filming. He was filming an audition. He hated the script. He was talking shit. And so anyway, so she leaked his talking shit about the script, and he was like, "I'm ruined. I'll never work again." Yada yada yada. Oh, and by the way, she found out that No, she didn't find out he was cheating. She found out that he was the one that leaked quotes to this journalist for this hit piece that came out
about the money missing.
Yes. So between him talking to the journalist, going against the family, between the white girls reading her whole life down, she was done with his ass. So she exposed him and dumped him, and he was about ready, like he was about to slap her ass, but she said security. He was like, "Oh, you ain't got to call security." So that's kind of why I thought the white guy at the end was the boyfriend, because I was like, "Oh, okay, he's trying to get his look back because she exposed him." But apparently that's a different.
Okay, well, go ahead, Wanda.
So Wanda
got her groove back. It took her. You got to be at a real low point in your life for a white woman to read you and you come to your senses. That's a low point, baby. You have to go that low. That's terrible. I stand by Wanda.
I would. You know what? Like, I would say something like this. Black people can really hurt your feelings. You know what I'm saying? To me, I don't get involved with the Black Twitter shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Black Twitter, like when you get involved with Black topics, like I dabble. I might comment. Most of my blackness stuff I get involved with is on IG, and I shouldn't because they make me regret commenting because people are so fucking stupid. But Black people on Twitter will hurt your feelings, like for real. And so I really stay out of that realm, you know what I'm saying? But like it's very hard for a white person to really read you. Like it's very hard.
Very.
Like I went against white British Twitter because I dragged Piers Morgan and he retweeted me. And I had like 1,000 angry white British people in my tweets. And they were calling me wanker and every kind of insult. Oh, do you kiss your baby with that mouth and whatever?
Yes.
And it was, and it was just, it was like womp womp womp. Like they have nothing, you know what I'm saying? So to me, for a white Brit to read you, like you are down bad because
You
that's
down
like
bad.
the idea of like any white person like really reading me for filth. Like I just can't even fathom it because I'm like, y'all don't even have like, y'all don't have the kind of vernacular that we have to really read the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I mean, it was bad for her. But anyway, so but she got it together because guess what? She was on the right side of the vote in terms of the family. She got rid of her low down dog ass boyfriend, and the fact that her daddy never came out. So that was good. But anyway, we've been at this for almost an hour and a half. Lark says, yes, white people can't read. And for white people that don't know, we're not saying actually read as in literacy. We're saying read as in the way black people talking about.
We don't have to explain to them. They don't need to know these things.
But yes. Okay. So we talked about what? Okay. So let the final person, well, we haven't talked about Andre, but let's talk about Gideon. And then we wrap this because I did not think we was going to talk about this shit for this long. Man, let's talk about Gideon. Okay. So Gideon was a little bit too Johnny on the spot for me to be like, there ain't something suspect because he fell out with the dad, but he's in charge of the will. Like that did not register to me. So let's take it up at the higher level. Thoughts about Gideon?
It's obvious he was a snake. I don't even know why he was trusted to begin with. So that whole thing was dead to me. I was like, okay, what are we doing here? He's a snake.
What didn't make sense is for Nina. So, okay, I understand for the will, right? But the will was very straightforward. Like, it wasn't like it was anything questionable about the will. But I didn't understand for Nina is if you know that he fell out with your dad, why the fuck are you still having him around to run the business? You know what I'm saying? Like, to the will, it makes sense. But for anything else, it didn't make sense for me. Ashley, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with y'all. I knew Gideon was a fucking pig from the beginning. You know, he was just not... He just always was one step behind Andre. He was getting caught up, you know, on certain shit. And it's like, okay, you've been running this shit for however many years. You've been in this profession for however many years. Andre probably been doing this for maybe 5. And you telling me he can outsmart you? You don't want to do this shit. And then his advice to them just wasn't, it was always a little bit off. So it was pretty easy to figure out.
He played dumb a lot. Like, I don't know exactly what's going on. Okay, but you just been helping run this fucking business for how many years? Stop.
Yeah, for there to be $20 million whole ass dollars missing, and come on. It was dumb. Nina was dumb. Like Nina was too trusting to everybody. Like she was too welcoming of the siblings. She was too welcoming to everybody. She didn't fire nobody. That would never happen. Like in a corporate change of guard, none of what we saw would ever happen. That is ridiculous. But Karina says I was suspicious of Gideon from jump. Erica says I knew Gideon. I knew I was. No, I'm sorry. I'm going back. I didn't click on the right thing. Erica says I knew Gideon was a snake. Ho. You know what? It took me a while to be suspicious of him. Mainly because I don't try to necessarily predict the plot as I'm going along. I just try to take it all in. But when it came out that he was a snake, I was like, Michelle makes a good point. Why the father never changed him as executor? The attempted plot twist wasn't believable. So in the past 6 months, the father changed his will. It seemed like he had fallen out with Gideon prior to that, but Gideon is still executing everything. That did not make sense to me. But okay. Lark says, I love his name, Gideon, and he was an actor on.
No, I loved him in Downton Abbey, honey.
I never saw that.
I loved them period pieces. Now that's a show I like. I like Downton Abbey.
Karina says, I think Nina kept Gideon and the secretary because they were close to her dad and knew how the business, knew the business through and through. It was more for informational purposes, I think. But okay, bitch, when you find out $20 million is missing, when you find out that shit's going downhill, the product is fucked up, bitches talking about they losing their edges, everybody got to go. Gideon got to go, secretary got to go, development got to go, everybody got to go. So it just didn't make sense why she kept people around, except for, of course, the casting. They're not gonna cast 30 different people. They're gonna cast
I just think in the end I had to remember like the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Because there were a lot of holes that were filled by her keeping people around, even though I think she could have gotten to the same conclusions, but her keeping people around may have aided in that. So I had to remember that in episode 6, like, okay, I was irritated that she didn't fire this motherfucker, that person, this person, but in the end, they them sticking around got her closer to the information she needed, I guess. So
I mean, if her thing is more like what happened to my dad, okay, but running a successful business, no.
But she made it sound like her dad was fighting off an assassination attempt, and that's the part. It's like, okay, so someone was embezzling, bitch. Welcome to fucking business, like really, So that was just like extra to me.
Yeah, Aunt Cookie says Gideon was too helpful. Karina says Gideon used his dead son's name on money accounts.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was so ghetto. You're embezzling money for your son. Like, that was crazy. So it turns out we know that at least Gideon was the one who was embezzling the money. Now, Gideon framed Andre for it, but whatever. He framed Andre for it, but he was the one who really did it. Andre, and Nina discover that Gideon is the one who actually had been embezzling money, and they have this great private club scene. And I'm with Erica. I thought that scene was really well done. What I liked is they said, like, oh, you're free to leave. This is your establishment. This is your territory. Yada, yada, yada. So I like that they tried to establish it. Like, we're not embezzling you. We're not extorting you. So I thought they were very smart in how they played that. And they just wanted the money back. So I thought all of that was smart. And I don't think he didn't get arrested, right? I mean, or did he?
No, because he showed up at Claudia's house.
Right. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay. So I did like how that scene played out. I could never, ever like say it gave like Papa Pope, or Mama Pope. Because remember, in Scandal, Olivia's mom, she gave the fucking baddest speeches in the whole series. And then
didn't she win an Emmy for that?
I don't know if she didn't. She deserved it.
I feel like
that
she
was
won.
Candy Alexander, right?
Yes,
Candy
Alexander right there.
Yeah, she did.
I'm gonna have to go back and just Google them scenes. She was fucking reading. Like, oh my god,
she had me scared. Like, damn, bitch, you're a beast out here in these fucking streets.
Candy, don't sleep on Candy.
Candy can act. I mean, she did her motherfucking thing. So it wasn't giving that, but I mean, I thought it was very smart how they did it, and it got the job done. You know what I'm saying? So I like that scene. They got the money back, the money that they needed. And then, wait, before I get to that, let me see. The 33 says, I don't trust white people on Black shows.
You're not supposed to.
No.
They're the first suspect, okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Michelle says, I get why she kept him around, but big bad American businesswoman should have figured it out sooner and had her own person advising her to realize that getting exactly. That was my only thing. It's like, you just come in and you accept all these people, even people that didn't have a good relationship with your dad.
Right. Where is your team? She had no team. She had no backup. She just walking in some shit blind, thinking she
had
all the right
assignments. She had the IT guy. That's it.
Just vibes. That's it. Just
she was she a true fucking American. Walked in, took over a whole ass empire on some vibes.
But she had made it to vice president. Like, it would have made more sense if like she was like, mom and pop shop at home, like maybe she had like a beauty supply store and then like she takes over this business. So she's like, I need a lot of hand holding, but like she was a whole ass vice president that she just got promoted to. So some of her business practices like were questionable to me, but she did fire the production guy, Karina. She did do that. She fired the wrong girl who was framed for the email deletion stuff. So she decided to buck up sometimes at the wrong time. Let me see. I love from Nina and Andre. Check the white butt. Oh yeah, they sold it. They definitely sold that scene going into the thing. Nina and Andre. Oh no, wait. I was trying to click on something else. I loved when Nina told Andre, cross me again and I will decimate you. Understood. That didn't do anything for me. I just thought she just didn't give Big Bad Wolf to me. She
didn't.
No. She didn't at all.
You know what storyline felt flat as fuck for me too? When she was fucking an Indian cat. I was like, girl.
Doing it wrong, bitch.
She stormed in on him in the boxing. I thought, she was, and I was just like, bitch, this is flat, bro. Like
that womp womp. Like I did not. That gave me absolutely the fuck nothing. I just feel like what a fucking convenient coincidence. Like this guy been fucking can save my company. Like
what a waste of pussy, baby.
Yeah, they were cute together though. I did like them together,
but they didn't know it was whack.
I would say a white woman would never, and I don't like to give white people credit over black people, but a white woman would never squander second and fucking the way that Nina did. Like, bitch, no.
Yeah, he got.
And then he had the audacity to be like, I know I helped steal your company, but like we can still kick it and like. Get the fuck out of here, whatever his name was. But yeah, that whole plot whack. Yeah. Cause she did not. I just cannot fathom. Like, if you're a city girl, be a city girl. Okay,
city girl.
If you're out there fucking and whatever, you're just getting yours. If you're a material girl, like work that to your advantage. How you show up, making demands and shit, like yeah, and you ain't got the clout. Like that's crazy.
You run up on this nigga at the gym, he gonna laugh at you when you walk out with his boys.
Yeah, that was like, crazy.
How this bitch is on me.
Yeah, like this bitch on me. I'm finna take her company.
Man, I told y'all she was crazy.
Bro. Nina, what was you doing?
Nina was down bad. I don't even want to call her a city girl because that's an insult to city girls.
He laughed at her when she walked out that gym.
Yeah, that was pathetic. Nina, come on. That was, and I think that I liked Nina as a character, but she was not the big bad wolf. And I think that when they tried to sell her as a big bad wolf, like, yeah, I'm just a liberated woman out here fucking like get out of my house. I don't know you like that. It wasn't giving when her dad died and she was like, oh, you didn't have to, wait. That wasn't giving. Like, I just think that she seemed like a nice girl who wanted to do the right thing by a lot of people. And I like that about her. So some of the other stuff she was trying to do, like, I don't think she had the range to pull off like big bad wolf bitch girl. Like, I think she nailed the, like, I'm cool with my family. I'm trying to make it work. But the other stuff, not so much. Karina says y'all not feeling poor Nina. I say no, we
love Nina.
Nina was the best character.
Yeah,
but Nina was fucking up sometimes. That's all we saying, girl. It's one thing if you have to go out and like start fucking a motherfucker just to save your business, but you've already been doing it. So that's why I'm just confused why you squandered it.
Yeah, she could have offered him some money or like, look, let's do this together. Something.
Right.
He was just
like, she told him be a good person.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna listen to the best presentation, and then you get to the fucking boardroom and they don't even let her speak. They just like, you know what? Fuck this. Shut up, bitch, let's vote.
That was crazy. But okay, if he was like, I'm listening to this, then bitch, give him your spiel. Like, I just thought that was whack as fuck. I just thought flat, womp womp. And then if you really weren't like emotionally attached and all that kind of stuff, then you should have just got on your business shit. Like, I'm just confused. It did not work.
Yeah, I would have had to see his ass in the boardroom. I would have never rolled up on him with his homies so he could laugh at me when I walked out.
Or like go out to dinner and then they be like, oh, guess what? Did you want to hear some crazy shit? Like you're the shareholder and we got this meeting like what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Pillow talk, bitch. The fuck. So Nina was hustling the fuck backwards for me. So womp womp on that. But I think as a person, she was the best person on the show. Well, actually, I think Sai was, but then after Sai will be her. But okay. So Gideon was exposed. What didn't make sense to me, to be honest, was why Gideon would steal $20 million. Like, I get it. He lost his son. I get it. His relationship was strained with his wife, but it just didn't, I didn't think it didn't convince me that would be enough of a reason.
It was great. The wife
approached him. He stole that money to give to Claudia so Claudia could give it to Nina's mom because they all in cahoots.
I definitely think that because he mentioned something about how he put in work at the company just like everybody else, but wasn't getting his due. And then I think he was approached by Claudia, who got something going on with the mom. I mean, or like Karina said, he just white and they still.
Okay, quick programming now. Lark says, what are you guys reviewing next? Okay, we haven't talked about it yet. I probably should have led off with this like an hour.
I said we should review the Harry and Meghan shit, but y'all wasn't feeling that, and I kind of.
No, we're not doing Harry and Meghan. We're not doing Harry and Meghan. I got too many Meghan fans.
I'm gonna go ahead on Meghan.
I got too many Meghan people. I'm not trying to lose 1,000 followers
from fucking LA.
I know,
but on Meghan Markle.
I like Meghan. I have a lot of Meghan fans on my page.
I don't dislike Meghan.
I'm not doing it. However, what we are going to review is the Best Man series that's debuting this week. So said next Tuesday, December 26th or whatever day it is. I may not be the 26th, whatever the fuck 27th. December 27th. We're going to be here because they're releasing all the episodes at once.
Okay. Can we do half and half? Because this is a lot to do a whole season.
No, because the next after that it's going to be in New Year's and we're going to be over it. So like, let's just do it all. Like this is going long because we've kind of meandered around and said other shit. But yeah, we're doing the Best Man series next Tuesday, same time, 9:00. We're going to review the whole series. It should be lighter because it's, a comedy. Hopefully they don't kill off somebody else from cancer.
And fun fact, I named my daughter after Nia Long.
Aww.
I love her. I'm so glad she left that cheating ass motherfucking nigga because I cannot have my daughter, she got to know. She got to have good role models. Okay. So thank you, Nia Long, for doing what was right because Nia's looking up to you and mama.
There you go. Okay. So let's just wrap it up. 5 more minutes. Not even that. Okay. So I will say another throwaway thing was this $55 million life insurance policy. That was weird.
Yeah. What happened with that?
I don't know. What happened with that. So that was weird. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we got through everything. So, the one other thing I forgot to mention earlier was one thing I do like. I liked the actual plots about the business itself, like not about trying to take over, but I thought that the production issue was interesting. Like Season mentioned earlier, the Facebook issue was interesting. I thought that some of the discussion around the Face of Blair thing was interesting.
But I think it was weird. Because when you walk into the office, to the right is a whole ass salon and everything is open. So you smelling burnt hair all day. That shit is weird.
Well, I don't know. The staging was a little strange because what do they have?
I never noticed that not one time.
Yeah, I didn't get the salon thing, but
I saw there was a salon in the office.
Yeah, when they go talk to the production, when he go talk to the production people. They're in the salon, which is at the front door.
Oh, so they at work getting their hair done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's all
I guess I didn't see people getting, I don't know. I don't know why they needed all that. But I will say, I thought it was interesting because when I went to London, like the way that London, in my interpretation of London, right? Like, like in America, Black people came here as enslaved people, unless you believe that Black people are the original Native Americans. I'm not getting into all that, but whatever. So, you know, like if you go to the Smithsonian, right? Like you look at people who were enslaved and they're all dark skinned because they're straight from Africa, right? And then like over the years, there's more of a range of complexions. You know what I'm saying? Like when we went to London, like to be my complexion, it's like you're a mix. You know what I'm saying? Like there aren't just like brown skin that I saw. It wasn't a lot of brown skinned Black people that have two Black parents. It's like African, and then it's like half African, you know, half African or light skinned African tend to be browner skin, you know. And so like I got the colorism discussion from the show from the British lens because they don't have like their Blackness is a little bit more like not divided in terms of like light skin versus dark skin and all the stupid shit we go through here, but just in terms of like the shades are a little bit more like you're this complexion because you're from, you know, your lineage is African. You're this complexion because you have a white parent, you know. That's more so what I recognized when I was out there. I didn't do a scientific survey, so I don't know. There might have been a lot of, but I didn't see a lot of people like my complexion. I saw like light skin, like high yellow, curly hair, or Black, you know, like dark brown skin. I didn't see like people like me. Or when I've traveled internationally, sometimes people think that I'm like, if they don't think I'm American, they think I'm South African or something. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So where, you know, so it is a little bit different. And so I kind of got that. Like, you know, when they were talking about it, the models were either the face of Flair. Yeah, it was like obviously mixed or obviously of African like descent, you know. So I thought that was interesting. It probably may not have seemed like that fresh for an American audience because it's kind of like, you know, whatever. I mean, we talk about colorism all the time, but it might not have seemed that fresh. But I thought they did it well. You know, any final comments about that?
No, I mean, when I travel, people think I'm from Africa. So, they don't really like think, okay, you're American or whatever. Like I'm just directly associated with Africa.
Yeah. Well, and then see, like for me, CJ is light skinned, so you know they look at
light bright too. He's light skinned.
He's light. He has two Black parents. Okay, his mom is my complexion. Yeah, so it's just interesting how complexion is a lot different in other places. You know, like people wouldn't necessarily in other places think that somebody who is
if lighter, I saw a light-skinned person, I wouldn't automatically think they had a white parent or a non-black parent. I would just think light-skinned. Like, the fuck, you know?
Yeah. But outside of America, it's a little bit more like
mixed. Oh, they're mixed.
You're mixed. What are you? You're not fully Black, you know, whatever. So I thought that was interesting. But okay. Other than that, I mean, I would like to see more of the business side, like actual, like some of the discussions about the products and manufacturing. Yeah. I thought that was interesting, but it was such a throwaway part of the show. So
it was.
But that's it, ladies. I mean, we talked way longer than I expected, but we recapped a whole full season with a lot of extra commentary. What would you like to see to wrap it up? What would you like to see next? I already feel like I know what you're gonna say, Ashley. But what would you like to see with the season 2 if we get a season 2? And y'all in the comments, let us know.
You know, I mainly want to see what this fucking mama got going on. I want to know what this mama got going on because that was really the only plot hole that I feel like I didn't get any real details on anything. Like Maureen deleting those emails. Okay, we see that she got a secret son, so that could be all the emails. Or, you know, Gus starting out with this girl and she got taken, but that brings the cop back in. So everything had kind of like a little ending a little bit, but the mama didn't. So I really want to know what's her whole deal. And I hope they give us more Simon as a main character in a scene versus just a supportive character because I liked him a lot. I
Me
like
too.
they going through this whole IVF, ordeal. And when
Yeah.
he and Gus had a conversation and Gus mentioned him being a dad and stuff, he gave
That was
like
a nice conversation. That was
it
real.
was, but he gave like this whole like adverse type look. Like he's, it's something there between it. So I want to see. I want to see more Simon as a main character next season for sure.
Michelle said, "I enjoyed the series. More info about how the sixth sibling came to be, with no one are suspecting." Hello, there's that. And Karina says, "I expect them to explore Nina's love life, and Wanda will find out Steven is not her father.
Yeah.
I want more Simon too." Yeah, I mean the Wanda thing was too big, and like the sister knows, Nina knows, the mom, like it's a little bit too big for it to just kind of stay there.
Maybe Claudia knows about the son with his secretary, and she was using that to get the husband to adopt Wanda.
You don't think he wanted to adopt on his own?
I think it was like you had a son outside of this marriage. I'm gonna cheat. I got a daughter. If you don't adopt my baby, like I think she found out about the son, and that's why Steven was trying to adopt Wanda.
Here's plot hole. So this motherfucker sat up there and got DNA tests on his actual kids. Well, okay, granted, Wanda wasn't his kid, but he got DNA tests on everybody else. Why wasn't the DNA test of the white girls of the secretary Maureen's son in there? That seemed to me like
it had to have been because he put him in the will.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what the plot twist. That was a hole in the plot to me. Like, he was out there building a dossier. He was trying to find out who was stealing money. He got DNA tests on everybody, but then he doesn't sit up there and there's a dossier is like a file of like, of information, essentially.
You've been to London. Maybe that's a London word.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to know who Wanda Pappy is.
That would be interesting.
I want to know if the son that Maureen got even want anything to do with these niggas, okay? Because he might be like, who the fuck are these niggas? I don't know, nothing to do with them, okay? I'm over here with my white mama at my white school. I'm good.
And Maureen seemed relatively content with her $1 million.
Like,
she could have gotten
played
more.
Her side chick role all these years.
Yeah.
I need more character development, and I want Nina and Simon mama to be exposed. And of course I want to hear more about Simon. Y'all know I got an IVF baby, so I would love for that. I want that to be addressed on any platform. So
yes. For me, I don't know. Like I would like to see more of the business side. I think that's interesting. I'm kind of with Karina on the love life part about Nina, but at the end, I'm also like, I don't know. I think Simon was such an interesting character that really got shortchanged. Karina also says, I hope the siblings find common ground and develop a relationship. I mean, I
think they will.
I think that they're in a good place. I just think that ultimately what I would want to see is better pacing. Like, don't have it be a slow burn.
Yeah.
Like, a slow burn to me has really compelling character development. I didn't get that, so I want them to have, and then they like jam-packed a bunch into the last 2 episodes. So I want them to pace a little bit better. I want them to dive a little bit deeper into the characters. And I want to find out what the fuck is happening with Claudia. Did she kill Steven?
Yes.
What is happening with her and Gideon? To me, Claudia is the one to keep your eyes on.
Because she didn't seem scared at all when Gideon was in her shit.
She was like, look, they ain't got shit on me. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah, she seemed too calm and collected to know, like, she knows this nigga is going down and having to come up off of 20 million. She just chilling like he ain't finna kill her ass. Come on.
Yeah.
She did it.
Yeah, so it's Claudia got something going on. I want to see that come out. So I think that will be, to me, I feel like that would be the most interesting part of season 2 is whatever happened with Claudia. But I feel like, honestly, I feel like they should have paced it so that that was handled here, because I don't know, like a year from now, will I care? I don't know. I don't know if I'll care. I don't know if I want to revisit a lot of these themes again, so we'll see. I mean, it was entertaining for us. I watched it all on a Sunday. It was entertaining enough. I liked it. I always like to see Black shows, so it was cool. And we got to get a chance to all, rap about it for almost 2 hours. So thank you, ladies, for coming on and talking about it. Next week, Best Man Holiday. Best Man series. I've been avoiding the trailers, the commercials.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, y'all gonna tell the whole fucking series. I've seen enough to be like, okay, you're already telling too much. But
I don't know anything.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything either.
Okay, good. Like I'm like, let me turn. So I'm definitely looking forward to that next week, y'all. So y'all hearing it here first. I'll try to do a better job of promoting it next week so we have more people on here, because I know MD Turp probably would have been on here as some other folks. But everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday. Yeah. Kwanzaa will start by the time we hear next week. Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate. If you just celebrate getting together with family, that's cool too. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Bye, y'all.